SoFi is getting absolutely monkey hammered today. This is not the stock that you want to be in right now because it is down over 8%, nearly 10% on the day. This is a brutal stock. Now, you don't have to be in the stock. In fact, Outlier has had a sell signal on this stock for a hot minute. I've even got it saved as one of my favorites because everybody loves to talk about it since December 9th. What's happened since December 9th? A whole hill of nothing, basically. Ups and downs and sideways. And here's the great thing about this. You don't have to trade when the market is choppy like this. You can actually sit out. You don't have to lose any extra hair. And when you see a stock run up into an order block like this, you don't have to trade into it either, right? There are times to be aggressive in the market and times to sit in cash and not F up. And then there are times to be defensive. Like right now, I am actually in SPXL. Now, what I want to do in this video is I want to document how I am actually trading in the US Investing Championship. So we're going to cover the 2 trades that I put on so far in the US Investing Championship. And you are in the right place because we are going to be documenting every single trade that I take in the US Investing Championship for 2026. I don't know where I'm going to end up. I don't need to care where I'm going to end up. All I have to do is follow a plan. So on Friday, January 2nd, that was the first trading day of the year. I was watching it. I wasn't working. I was actually laying in bed. I took a little nap before this because good trading is actually boring. And I woke up about 20 minutes before the market closed, and it was right hovering underneath the 20 EMA. Now, by the time the market actually closed, in the last 1 minute, literally last 1 minute, it jumped and went over the 20 EMA, and then it's jumped bigly ever since that point. Now, why do I care about the 20 EMA? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you my championship trading plan right here, right now in the Outlier trading room. This is where we help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. We're talking about plans M, ETF, and sit in cash and don't F up. And that's M for money, baby. Now, if you want normal returns, this is not for you. But if you want outlier returns, if you want to trade like a champion, you're in the right place. So plan M is our most profitable plan. And what we need to see for plan M is a SPY having a bullish trend. So the SPY's bullish trend is established with the 10 over the 20, price over the 50 EMAs. And we do have that. Next, the SPY having a buy signal. Well, if we come into Outlier, look at our favorites over here. SPY definitely still has a buy signal as of December 23rd. Okay, that's good so far. How about SPY Fear and Greed's heat map? So if we click into SPY and we look at it, the heat map is at 62.37, and it's actually falling. You can see it's getting lower and lower. That means people are getting more fearful on the SPY, which is not what we want to be, right? We want to see it under 70 and rising. We're under 70 and falling. And then lastly, the full stock's breadth. Let's go take a look at the breadth of the market. And we can actually see, I'll pull this over here. Market breadth has been going down for a while. More and more sell signals coming through, less and less buy signals, but it may have hit a bottom and is starting to pull back up a little bit. And also the number of uptrends is starting to grow ever so slightly, and the number of downtrends starting to shrink ever so slightly. So there are some positive things on the way, but it doesn't set up for plan M, and that's okay. On Friday, I was looking at plan ETF. Where's that over here? Just a second here. Plan ETF. And what I wanted to see was an uptrend in SPY, which we have, a SPY buy signal, which we have. The SPY heat map under 70. It doesn't matter if it's going up or down, which we have, which is great. And then I want to see the price inside of the value zone. The value zone is this area between the 20 EMA and 2 ATR levels above that. Now, we have a free indicator that you can get in our Discord called the value zone, and it lights up just like this. When it's inside the value zone, it will highlight green. When it's not in the value zone, it'll just be clear or white or whatever you want to call that. And then there's no order blocks that are at least 30 days old. Order blocks are overhead resistance. Now, this order block here is a couple days old, but that's okay because order blocks are areas of support and resistance that people are very anxious to get in or very anxious to get out. And in this case here, it's only a couple days old, so we're not really stressed about that. So as I was alluding to when we first started, at the end of the Friday right here, it was right below the 20 EMA. So it wasn't in the value zone. And if it's not in the value zone, the only plan to trade is plan sit in cash and don't F up your portfolio. So I bought SGOV on Friday. Now, what's really cool about this is I'm documenting my journey in the US Investing Championship. I'm going to actually show you the exact trades, the exact size, the everything. if I go to orders, and then where's my history? Account view, order. Hang on just a second here. Where are my orders? Hold tight. I need to click around real quick. Trade date, January 2nd, apply. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. I didn't know what it would mess up. All right. So on January 2nd, I filled and bought 497 shares of SGOV at an average price of $100.41. Now today, or I should say yesterday was January 5th. I sold all of the SGOV at $100.42. So I had a huge profit of about $5. And then I bought SPXL. Now, you're probably asking yourself, okay, wait a minute. But he just talked about sitting in cash and not effing up his portfolio. That's right, on Friday. On Monday, because I knew what I needed to do for my plan, there was no guessing. There was no trust me, bros. I knew exactly what I needed to see. Now, what's really cool about this is as you're watching this video down below, my entire PowerPoint from now on is actually down there for free. You don't have to log into anything. There is no Discord that you need to go into, literally nothing. All you got to do, it's always right down in the description below. You will actually be able to see all of my trades in a Google Doc spreadsheet, and you'll be able to see the full PowerPoint deck right here. Now, why am I doing this? Why am I giving everything away for free? To prove that this works. Okay. That doesn't mean every trade is going to be profitable. It doesn't mean we're going to have a 100% win rate. But when you understand that you can have an edge in the market and you can actually watch a professional investor at work execute that edge and then come out looking amazing in the US Investing Championship. Now, I would love to say I want to win, but the truth is that we have several other outliers who are also competing in the US Investing Championship. And truth be told, I want them to beat me. That's really what I want. I want them to beat me. If they can beat me, that would be the coolest thing ever. That means the pupil has surpassed the teacher kind of thing, and that's really what I want. So anyway, on Monday, I was actually at the VA hospital in Dallas taking my dad to the doctor, and I put on this trade right here, and I purchased SPXL. So in this case, when all of this happens, you don't have to go SPXL, but you can. You get triple leveraged. So I got in SPXL. The price where I got in, where I actually was filled at, was 221 shares at 226.22. So if we go to SPXL right here, you can see that was my opening point, and then it's doing really well since then. I'm up about, I don't know, let's go look at the portfolio here. Up about, closed in on about $1,000 on P&L so far. We're at $50,883. We started the account this year at $50,000 exactly, with the sole intention of showing you how you can trade successfully following the same buy and sell rules, the same plans that I do. Now, here's the thing, and I really want to reiterate this. Most people can't do this. Even there will be people who watch every single thing that I do, and they will still manage to F up their portfolio. And then they're going to come back and they're going to say, Chris made me sell my SoFi shares. And that's the deal, right? Is I'm a professional investor. You could do the exact same things a professional investor does, but you got to get out of your way. The best way to help yourself is by going to Outlier University. Now, I'm an Outlier University educator and supporter. The best thing about Outlier University is 100% free. There is no paywall. There is nothing that you have to do other than go over to YouTube. In our YouTube, in the playlist section, you'll see Outlier University Alpha and Outlier University Bravo class. I'm actually taking time away from the Bravo class right now to have this conversation so we can keep track of all of these trades throughout the year. So do we need to exit? Do we need to exit? Well, let's take a look. Exit signals for plan ETF. They're pretty easy. If the SPY has a sell signal, which it doesn't, if it runs into a 30-day old order block, which it didn't, if it has a 10-20 bearish cross, which it doesn't today, that's the 10 over the 20 right there. Let's go to SPY. We're doing everything on SPY, just using SPXL as a trading vehicle. And then if the SPY closes 3 ATRs above the 20 EMA, which would be up here, none of that has happened. Because none of that has happened, I don't have to do anything. I can just hold, not stress, not worry. And then once I get an exit signal, that's when I'll get out. This is how a professional investor works. They have reasons to get in, they have reasons to get out, and they don't do anything in the meantime. if you're ready to start taking your portfolio to the next level, I would encourage you to go watch the Outlier University playlists. And if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, click one of these two videos. And we'll definitely be talking soon.